We know that in case of an emergency, you can call 911, but what about someone who's experiencing a mental health crisis? Well, now in Ohio, there's a number you can call for help, 988. Here to tell us more is Leanne Cornyn, Director of the Ohio Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services. Director Cornyn, thanks for being with us today. I guess first off, what is 988?
988 is Ohio's new crisis and suicide lifeline. It was created in July of 2022 to ensure that all Ohioans, regardless of where they live, have access to crisis services when they're having an emotional crisis. We want to make sure that all Ohioans have access to the kind of care that they need, where they need it.
So let's talk about the differences here when someone would call 988 versus 911.
Well, when an individual calls 911, they're going to reach a dispatcher, and that dispatcher is really going to try to make sure that they're deploying, whether it's law enforcement or the fire department or an ambulance. If it's a healthcare emergency, they're sending someone out to your home. 988 is really designed to respond to mental health crises. And the goal is to hopefully not have to dispatch anyone at all. Now, if somebody could be a harm to themselves or to others, they may have to send 911. But the goal is really to just talk to that person and help them address whatever it is that they're going through.
What steps were taken in Ohio to ensure accessibility to 988, including, I know, increasing the number of call centers and establishing a statewide administrative team?
Yes, so we have about 5 people here in the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services who work hand in hand with our 19 call centers and our 400 staff all across the state to ensure that we have one of the best 988 systems in the United States. We want to make sure that Ohioans who do call in get their call answered quickly, that it's answered by an Ohioan who's here in Ohio, who knows the services and supports that we have in our communities. And we want to make sure that those calls are picked up as quickly as possible. So Ohio is actually a national leader in 988, and we're really proud of the team and our regional call centers all across the state.
What's the significance of transitioning from that former 10-digit National Suicide Prevention Lifeline number to this new 988 number?
Well, 3 digits. We hope it's easy to understand, easy to remember, so that when somebody is having that emotional crisis, whether it's you or a loved one or a family member, that they know right then and there they can call 988, just like they would call 911.
The 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline of Ohio. Call, text, or chat for free, confidential mental health support anytime.